One of the biggest things that bugs me about Jetta is how she continuously shows herself to be a shitty, frigid person, but is still a part of the main group. So I decided to showcase two particularly frustrating episodes of her being just an all-around awful friend, and why they should have kicked her ass to the curb a long time ago. Emily Elizabeth and friends have just exited the movie theater after watching a karate flick. As Raz explains what a sensei is, he accidentally launches Joe's popcorn bucket onto her head. Looks like this episode's off to a good start. Charlie talks about how much he enjoys his karate classes and wants to be a karate instructor too when he grows up.
That doesn't seem like a real job.
The fuck do you mean that doesn't sound like a real job? He's getting paid for it, is he not? Jetta, of course, wants to be president, and I can only imagine what kind of dystopian hell that would be like. Vaz wants to be an intergalactic superhero, and the music that plays in the background sounds suspiciously like something out of a Super Mario Bros. Game. As Emily Elizabeth is playing veterinarian with Clifford, Dad declares she's going to be a doctor after being president. I can already see the medical malpractice lawsuits flying in. Once again, she scoffs at Charlie for wanting to be a karate guy, because apparently, being a teacher is way less realistic than being a comic book superhero. After the two girls go inside, Cleo and T-Bone panic at the sight of Clifford covered in bandages.
Get some hot water, get some cotton swabs, get more bandages, get a hospital! Get hot water, get some disinfectant, get some iodine!
We then see that even dogs have dreams apparently. We get to see T-Bone and Clifford's fantasies, but not Cleo's, which seems a bit unfair. At the park, Dad declares our next dream job is to be a fashion model.
I'm only going to have important jobs.
Screw you! Though we do get to see Jetta fall on her ass. After Jetta once again belittles Charlie's ambitions, he invites her and Emily Elizabeth to his next karate class to get a hands-on experience.
I still don't see why we have to wear pajamas to class, Charlie.
Racist. Charlie tells Jetta's ignorant ass that what they're wearing is a traditional karate uniform, though for some reason doesn't outright call it a gi. Even Caillou of all shows did that.
It's called a gi. I wear it for my karate class.
Why are you still in your pajamas?
Racist. The class soon begins, though we only get to see the students attempt to touch their toes, because I guess showing more is too hard to animate. Jetta finally realizes that being a karate teacher is indeed a real job, and apologizes to Charlie for telling him otherwise. And as usual, these apologies are nice and all, but don't really mean much when you consistently act like an asshat after that. Right off the bat, we see that Jetta is close-minded enough to believe that a little teaching job isn't a real job, yet somehow doesn't say a word about Vaz's superhero ambitions. So not only is he close-minded, but also has some really weird standards. That's not even getting into the fact that he later says he wants to be a model, an occupation that also gets accused of not being a real job. And here I am making YouTube videos bitsing out cartoon characters, a newer line of work that also gets told is the real job, so I guess we've come full circle. And if that wasn't bad enough, here's a time when Jetta gets left out because of her bitchy behavior, and for some reason, the show wants us to feel bad for her. Emily Elizabeth and Charlie are making preparations for her birthday party, including making newspaper hats and noisemakers made with cups and beans. I don't think a single piece of masking tape makes for the best lid, though. Clifford then cleans up the leaves in the yard, and he must be magic, because there's no way they'd organize that neatly otherwise. Wait, how the hell did you two get in there so quickly? I guess everyone on this island is magic. Right on cue, this bitch shows up to ruin the mood.
No moonbots? No pony rides? Not even a water slide?
Then have all that to your own damn party. Jetta insults Emily Elizabeth's homemade party, and outright says that she won't want to go to a boring party like that.
Well, I wouldn't want to go to a party like that, and I don't think anyone else will either.
Go fuck yourself. This, of course, makes Emily Elizabeth feel bad, but Charlie quickly cheers her up. They then deliver the invitations via the Big Red Dog Express. On their way to Jetta's house, Charlie rightfully asks Emily Elizabeth why she's giving an invitation to her.
She's my friend.
Is she, though? Charlie then repeats Jetta's exact words, which were that she would want to come to a boring party like hers. So Emily Elizabeth skips right over Jetta's house. Good! That's what Jetta wanted, or rather didn't want, so that's what she's going to get. And yet, she has the absolute gall to have her feelings hurt by this. She even tastes them down on her bike to confront them. Is she there to apologize for insulting her supposed friend right to her face? Nope! She's there to spread some bullshit about her actually going to a totally much better party in the city.
I still wish she'd come to ours.
Why? She's an absolute asshole. Good riddance, I'd say. On the day of the party, all of Emily Elizabeth's actual friends have come by. Faz forgot the tub for apple bobbing, but Clifford volunteers to get it. On the way back, he finds Mac lounging in the front yard. It turns out that Jed's not the big city party, but is moping around the house. What a surprise. Everyone continues to enjoy themselves at Emily Elizabeth's party, including bobbing for apples in the tub that Clifford was just carrying in his mouth. Clifford then shows Emily Elizabeth and Charlie that Jetta is still moping around, because that's what you get for being a dick to your friends.
I think it's time to re-invite Jetta to the party, Charlie.
What? No, it isn't. Jetta continues to act like she totally still has another party to go to. It only joins Emily Elizabeth once he's told there's going to be a water slide. Of course, this turns out to be Clifford's tale.
Good thing you took my advice about adding a little pizzazz.
Fuck you! The episode ends with Clifford showering everyone and leaves, though sadly, he doesn't blow Jetta off the island. This is definitely another contender for one of the worst episodes in an otherwise good series. Jetta was nothing but a complete asshole to her supposed friend by insulting Emily Elizabeth's party efforts to her face. She even outright says that she would want to go to such a boring party. It further hurts her feelings by saying she doesn't think anyone else will either. She then has the audacity to be upset when Emily Elizabeth doesn't give her an invitation, even though Jetta literally told her that she would want to go. Then we're supposed to feel sad for her when she feels left out. And then the show commits what I think is one of the worst sins in cartoons, or even just stories in general, especially one for kids. Jetta doesn't apologize for her shitty behavior, and making her so-called friend feel like crap. I get that Clifford is a lighthearted show, and that they usually want to give everyone a happy ending. But screw that. Accidents have consequences, and if you're going to be an awful friend, including callously belittling them and outright saying you don't want to partake in the party that they worked hard on, then you're not getting invited. And that's that. Now you feel bad about being excluded? Well, they're going by what you told them, so you have no one to blame but yourself. Additionally, Emily Elizabeth and Charlie should not have been made to feel bad for not inviting Jetta. And I really don't like that the episode seems to suggest that if you have a friend that degrades and insults you, you should keep them in your life, because you'll feel bad if you cut them off. No one should be made to feel guilty for eliminating toxic and manipulative people from their lives. And if Jetta wants to be invited to their parties, then she can do so once she learns not to be a shitty friend. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to click like, and subscribe if you want to see more.